Hey guys, in this video I'll be sharing with you my Starbucks stock analysis. And I just wanted to let you guys know that if you have any stock that you want me to take a look at, do feel free to leave them down in the comments below and I'll do my best to take a look at them. So Starbucks stock just released its earnings recently. But before we take a look at its earnings, let's first take a look at how Starbucks stocks has been performing previously and then compare to how Starbucks stock is performing right now. So to do that, let's first zoom out on the price chart over here. If you want to take a look at how Starbucks stock is performing previously, we want to take a look at the left side of the chart over here. So we'll start at this part of the chart over here. So you see that this is in 2020. You'll notice that from the left side of the chart all the way to the right side of the chart, Starbucks stocks has been generally increasing in price. Sure, there may be minor declines along the way, such as over here, and over here. But generally, Starbucks stock has been increasing over time. So if Starbucks stock is increasing over a period of time, we say that Starbucks stock is on an uptrend. And it's not just prices increasing generally over time that makes Starbucks stock on an uptrend. We can also see that Starbucks stock is forming higher lows and higher highs. So these are the lows over here. So this is one low, another low, another low, another low, another low over here. And this is a high, this is another high, and another high. So you see that Starbucks is forming higher lows and higher highs. So when a stock is generally increasing in price over time and the stock is also making higher lows and higher highs, we say that the stock is on an uptrend. So on this side of the chart over here, we say that Starbucks stock is on an uptrend. So that was how Starbucks stock was performing on the left side of the chart. But if we take a look at the right side of the chart over here, we see that Starbucks stock has changed its characteristics from before. First, you can see that Starbucks stock is decreasing in price over here. The second is that you can see Starbucks stock forming lower highs and lower lows. So this is the high, this is another high, and this is another high. And this is a low, this is another low, and this is another low. So prices are forming lower highs and lower lows. But if we compare this to previously when Starbucks stock is on the left side of the chart, what was Starbucks stock doing? It was making higher lows and higher highs. But right now it's making lower highs and lower lows. And not only that, previously Starbucks stock was generally increasing in price over time. But right now, Starbucks stock is decreasing in price. So can you see the difference in how Starbucks stock is performing right now compared to previously? And it's not just these things which show that Starbucks stock has changed its characteristic. If we take a look at the left side of the chart over here, you see that Starbucks stock previously has been respecting the 50-day moving average. So the 50-day moving average is this red line over here. So can you see that every time Starbucks stock reaches the red line over here, what happens to Starbucks stock? It finds support over here and it bounces back up. It finds support over here, it bounced back up again. Also found support over here, even though it undercuts the 50-day moving average by a bit, it managed to go back up. Then again, it undercuts a bit, but it still managed to go back up. But over here, the change started to slowly happen. Prices declined below the 50-day moving average, but even though it managed to go back up, it was down back below the 50-day moving average for an extended period of time. And when it finally go above the 50-day moving average again, it immediately went below the 50-day moving average once again. And then for here and here, not only did prices not manage to go above the 50-day moving average, the 50-day moving average actually becomes a resistance instead of a support. So over here, the 50-day moving average pushed prices back down. And similarly over here, the 50-day moving average also again pushed prices back down. So on the right side over here, the 50-day moving average was pushing prices back down. But on the left side of the chart over here, the 50-day moving average was supporting prices and also pushing prices back up. So that's another change in characteristics for Starbucks stock from the left side of the chart to the right side of the chart. So even before the negative reaction on earnings day for Starbucks, where prices of Starbucks get down on massive volume, we have already seen at this right side of the chart over here, Starbucks characteristics has been changing for quite a while now. And that is why we always want to pay attention to the price chart and the technical action of the stock, because the technical action will always give us clue even before the fundamental and the news comes out. So if we take a look at the chart over here, earnings for Starbucks was released on the 28th of October. But you'll see that the change in characteristic of Starbucks stock actually happened way before that, right? So it happened around over here, so around in July of 2021. So that was a couple of months even before earnings was released where we first saw the change in Starbucks stock characteristic. And if we zoom in and take a look over here, from this price of around $113, Starbucks stock gapped down all the way to its opening price of this day of around $107. So that's around a 5% gap down on earnings day, and it also occurred on above average volume. So right now the technical action and price chart for Starbucks doesn't really look very good. And we take a look at the fundamentals for Starbucks. So I'm using Investors Business Daily over here, or IBD. This is a paid website, so you have to pay a monthly subscription to access their data. But if you take a look over here for Starbucks stock, you see that its earnings and its relative strength rating is not very good. So its earnings per share rating is 73 and its relative strength rating is 46. So the EPS rating of 73 indicates that Starbucks stock in terms of earnings is not performing very well. And a relative strength rating of 46 indicates that Starbucks stock is underperforming a majority of other stocks. So based on these two ratings, the fundamentals of Starbucks is not really very strong right now. There are definitely other stocks out there who has better fundamentals than Starbucks. And if we go back to the price chart for Starbucks, so while the technical action for Starbucks stock right now isn't very good, we see that it's trying to claw its way back up. And if prices can hold above this price level of around $110 moving forward, then we'll have at least some positive to take away from this. Because if you take a look at this price level of around $110, you'll see that this price level has served as a support for Starbucks stock for quite a while. So we see Starbucks stock finding support over here, and over here at this area. And even though Starbucks stock undercut this price level over here, as we mentioned earlier on, Starbucks stock is trying to claw its way back up. So if moving forward, Starbucks stock can continue to hold above this price level of around $110, this could indicate to us that this gap down in prices over here is just merely a shakeout to shake out the wick holders. So that's my Starbucks stock analysis. Hopefully you have enjoyed and learned something from this video. If you did, smash that like button because it will really help the channel grow and allow me to produce more content such as this. And if you are new to this channel and haven't already subscribed, make sure to subscribe to my channel because each week I release new videos about investing, trading and the stock market. I'll see you in those other videos to your financial success.